What's up, YouTube? This is gonna be the 3 ways to get on your dominant timeline. The best possible timeline for you. So the best I can't even talk. The best possible timeline for you is all in your mind. So we're gonna do the 3 ways to get on your most dominant timeline. Make sure you hit subscribe right here. Make sure you hit that bell. You know, really helps the channel. The first way to get on your most dominant vibration, the timeline that you actually want to be on, is to start doing things every single day that actually make you happy. Instead of freaking dwelling on what happened yesterday and 2 weeks ago and a month ago and comparing yourself now to how you were then, realize that your personality is flexible. So your personality influences your personal reality. So if you change how you think about yourself, your whole outside of reality will change, if you know what I mean. The external will change if you change the internal, if you know what I mean. I mean, you don't really have to change your internal because it's flexible. It's changing automatically by things that you go through. But that's the first way to get on your most dominant vibration, is to do things every day that actually make you happy, that actually contribute to the long run, if you know what I mean. It doesn't even have to contribute to the long run. Say you like playing basketball, go play some basketball, bro. Go do something to raise your vibration, your level of being. Number 2 coming up. The second way to be on your most dominant vibration or your most dominant timeline is to be as if it is already done. And when I say that, I mean, I always say when I say that, I mean, but you know what I mean. When I say that, you gotta wire it in. As in, like, you see these videos that I'm putting out for you guys, in your timeline, maybe the videos for me would be you trying to find one client for you. You know what I mean? Every day find a client, or every day that you want to work on your business, find one client and work from there, one client at a time. You know what I mean? And build it up. You know what I mean? So get on that timeline where you want to see yourself at, and grab a hold and don't let go. That's what you gotta do. Because if you let that, bro, time is gonna fly regardless. So if you just keep it in your mind, you're not gonna actually act upon it. You're just, and I know you guys think I'm bored. I'm not. I got the little, you know what I mean. But time is gonna pass regardless. So if you don't act upon that thing in your head, the timeline's gonna shift to where you never acted upon that. You know what I mean? You are the point of origin in your storyline. So it's as easy as as easy as a timeline as when you don't apply for a job and if you do apply for a job. It's the same thing, but it's on a grander scale, as in, like, you gotta act as if you already know what's gonna come to you. The timeline will merge. Just act upon it and do it. You can't just be acting like you want to do it. You can't act as if. You got to be as if, because it's the eternal now that you want to catch up to the eternal now where you're in a happy state. So if you let that timeline pass where you're sad, you're just going to keep being sad in the eternal now. You got to be in the eternal now 100% of the time. You got to line up yourself where you're at, where you don't want to be at. If you, like, say there's a timeline where I don't complete this video. You know what I mean? I'm in the eternal now right now making this video for you, but if I never made the video, if I never finished the video, in your timeline, you would never see it. You know what I mean? So I'm combining the timelines by actually finishing it, because I'm in the eternal now and letting it out to the public, for you to see it. So on my timeline, I actually did that. And there's also another timeline where I don't complete the video. You know what I mean? So Number 3 coming up for you right now. I hope you're really understanding what I'm trying to tell you right now, because this is information that you actually want to use, and I'm not just saying this for my health. So, number 3 coming up right now. The third way to shift on your most dominant timeline, or your most optimum timeline experience, whatever you want to call it, is to stop worrying about how other people view you. You know what I mean? View as in like this bubble they put you in. Because if you do that, you're just gonna shift. You're gonna shift into a timeline that they have created for you in their mind. As in like parents. I'm not trying to say your parents are out to get you or whatever, but like, I mean like, say your parents see you doing a certain thing, but in your mind you see yourself doing something else. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like different timelines you can go down because you chose something else. As in like, say they say, oh, I think this is the best decision for you. You should take this bait that I'm giving you. So there's a timeline where you do that and you take the bait, and there's a timeline where you don't. So the external technically cannot influence the internal. So everything in life happens to you because of what you choose to accept and what you choose not to accept. Who do you believe you are inside of your mind? What are you telling yourself? If you understand what I mean. But that's the 3 ways to shift onto your most optimal timeline. And I'll be back. I got some more bangers for y'all in the cut, you know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with y'all.